Indiana Jones, It's a podcast about Indiana Jones. Every movie, 1 minute at a time. Indiana Jones Minute.
Welcome back to the Indiana Jones Minute. This is the show where we discuss the film Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny 3 minutes at a time. My name is Tom Taylor.
My name is Pete Mullert.
I'm Gerald Christopher. Go faster, please, Porter.
3 minutes is faster. We usually do these one at a time.
No. I don't know. Does he say please? He doesn't sound like a please guy. He say go faster.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
we'll get to it.
Step on it.
He does say please. Could we go?
Oh.
It's not even fast. Could we go a little faster, please?
Oh.
Yeah, it's very polite.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's a gentleman.
I thought, you know what? If you're wearing sunglasses, I think you add please and thank yous.
We are, of course, as you can tell, talking about minutes 100 through 102. And these begin with Tidley buying a gelato with his ill-gotten gains, which he barely gets to enjoy before being captured by Fowler and his gang. Indy witnesses them stuffing Tidley into a van so he and Helena give chase in a stolen bridal car. They arrive at, and I'm looking at Pete, the library at Alexandria? Is that it? I don't know. Is that what this place is? No?
No,
it's the ear. It's the cave.
But what's the building there? The whole thing is an ear? Like,
It's
what's
a
that?
cave.
I know,
they
but-
call it the ear because of the acoustics.
But isn't it when they in the on the boat when they were going
Oh,
through
no,
the
he
whole
was-
thing? Was
yeah,
they saying
that
it was
was-
under
that
the
was-
thing?
That was some misdirection. She was saying.
Oh, that's right.
She was saying it pointed to the museum in Alexandria, but it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we don't know what this place is.
No, we do know what this place. It's the ear. It's the.
But the whole
Cave of
building is
Dionysus.
there's a building on the surface of the place.
It's like a fake Parthenon.
Yeah, it's like okay. So they arrive at the fake Parthenon. They skirt the crowds of tourists who want to see the fake Parthenon, thinking they're in Nashville or something, and they go back to find the ear of Dionysus, who which is a big echoey hallway cave thing, and that's it.
Oh well, I want to say something nice. I appreciate that they didn't hammer home the idea, the fact that Tidley stole that kid's money. Like it was a very subtle thing. Like
Ah,
Oh yeah,
I thought
yeah,
that
yeah.
was nice.
Yeah.
That
Little bump.
He stole the kid. Yeah, he robbed
Yeah.
the kid who was mean to his hat and bought a gelato. I thought that they didn't linger or point it out or anything. I thought that was a
Yeah.
nice moment.
He should have
They
tipped
should- you
the
know
hat
what?
to the kid as he
Right
bumped into him.
right. They show. So he opens a piece of paper, right? Tidley's walking. He opens a piece of paper, and then he rounds a corner, and he has the ice cream now.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it is?
Is the paper? Wait, now I got to look again.
Maybe that's just Italian money in the late 60s.
Yeah, it's like note paper.
This is a piece of paper.
I was trying to figure out if the bad guys planned to kidnap Tidley. I don't think they did. To me, this is another nice point in the movie. Is I feel like they didn't plan to kidnap Tidley, but this is like in real life. You know, like if you think about Gavrilo Princips and the Archduke of Serbia of Austria, like
Which I always do.
well, I mean, he just it was just by chance that he happened to be standing where the motorcade passed and he assassinated it.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I like so often like freak chance events happen that change everything. And I think if this is chance, which it sort of seems to be, I think it's a nice little thing.
It only
just
makes
bump into
sense if
Tidley.
it is chance. And
Yeah,
I agree,
'cause
it's
otherwise-
totally fine if it is chance. But because if it was a plan, it was like, okay, I'll be a weird guy sitting on the beach. And
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
love weird guys sitting on the
Yeah.
beach, so he'll have no choice but to come over to me, and then you guys can grab him.
But why is Fuller like hello? Like why is he weird? Like how does he know who Tidley is?
I guess you
Well, from the ship, right?
from
He
the
knows
ship
it
and
the
from
ship?
yeah.
Oh, I
from the
forgot
ship.
about the ship. That's
and
right. I
from
forgot about the ship.
Tangier.
Yeah.
There, he probably saw him in the place.
I love that. Pete forgot about the ship.
Yeah,
This is
I
great.
was
This
too
whole,
angry
you know what?
about the dive.
This whole season's
He's trying to
great.
block it out.
I don't. You know what? I am going to go against the grain of the two of you and
Uh-oh.
say,
How dare you?
this falls somewhere in between. It's clearly not a plan,
Uh-huh.
except they also don't make them like surprised enough
Right.
They're sort of
No,
they're
that's true.
waiting
Right,
there for
that's true.
Tidley, and he turns in. He's like, "Oh, hello," and then the other guy shows up, and then the big Moose Knuckles shows up, like,
Yeah.
"There I am."
Okay,
if
but
it-
you know
Kinda
what?
like-
Moose Knuckles does seem surprised.
He
seems to
does.
just stumble into the scene and then catch the kid just in time.
And if it is a plan, the whole thing falls apart because they didn't do anything to separate Tidley from Indy or Indy. That's like
Right.
it's all just a bunch of kismet.
Maybe they're just super excellent. They're very
Subtle in there.
they're just well mannered bad guys. So that as soon as they see that the
Oh,
situation is good for them to
Come with
be,
me, kid.
no, they're just, they go right into evil mode. Or like I
yeah.
meant, it's kind of like I meant to do this, but with trapping a kid on the beach or something. Like
Yeah.
they're immediately in the role of the guys who plan to do this because they see that it's work. Oh my gosh, the kid! It looks like we trapped the kid. Aha! You've fallen right into our trap. Where are you going, kid?
So okay, so I just want to be clear. Tidley doesn't like what's going on with Indy and Helena because like Helena's letting Indy run the thing. And
Yeah.
so he's like, you know what? I'm going to do what a lot of people do. I'm going to go like distract myself when I get depressed. I'm going to rob a kid, get a gelato,
I just did that.
and
this
then I'm
afternoon.
going to, I'm going to meander over to the shore
Sure.
and just take a moment to myself while I'm feeling bummed out. And it just, I mean, that's what he's doing there.
He's bummed out that they're not committing a crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has to go commit his own crime
Yeah.
to make himself feel good.
Yeah.
I'll show you how it's
And-
done.
And then he goes down, and then he goes to the beach, and it just so happens that, like, I mean, I know it's not maybe like a really big place, but it's also probably not exactly a small
Right.
place.
Right. There's
How
more
did the
than
bad
one.
guys get there that fast and at that time and at that exact, like, how did they know they were going there?
And why are they just sitting on the beach? Like, why are they just relaxing on the beach? That seems like a thing they wouldn't be doing if a minute later he's like, "Could you please hurry more?"
I mean, Pete almost has to be totally right about what he's kind of half joking about a couple episodes ago, that dynamite didn't do a thing to that boat that they were on, because
Right, yeah.
that's the only vehicle
Yeah.
they had over there. So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
must be working, and then they chugged it
And
over to
Indy and Helena had that super fast boat
yeah.
that
It's
they stole from. Yeah.
Well, and he
It's
looked
stretching
through
logic.
his binoculars or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, they're going
Yeah.
west."
yeah.
I mean, like, so how did they go from they're going west to here?
It like how did they do it at the same speed?
Right.
And how did he figure out where they were going? And even none
Although
of
it seems
makes-
like Indy's been shopping and getting supplies, and Helena's got a whole new wardrobe, so maybe some
Okay.
time has passed, and they've just
So
been
So
He was doing some
maybe like they
retail
landed
therapy.
like 2 days
Yeah.
ago,
That could be,
and
yeah.
that's a really really long puppet play.
They heard they were going to be filming Godfather 2 there, and they wanted to stick around
Yeah.
and see some of it.
Yeah. Hey, speaking, I was gonna say my third nice thing.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, I took
take
that Patreon comment to heart. But my third nice thing is I love seeing Indy surrounded by camera-toting tourists, and I
Oh, sure.
to me it kind of highlights the fact that he's no longer an archaeologist doing archaeology. Like he's literally just a looter here to steal from a like a
Yeah.
site. But also I think it's a way more interesting way to show that the world has moved past Indy
Right.
than we get in the next minute where he just like points out a litany of old people problems. Like I think this is a much more interesting way of pointing out that the world has kind of moved on and it's no longer his world.
I like
And I
that a
love
lot
this.
too. I'm wishing that they did a little more with it, like
I
just
do too.
commented on it or something, because
do
it
too,
is
I do
like we said this like maybe last episode too, that like he's these places that he used to almost get himself killed trying to get to are now you buy a ticket and you go in and it's cool. Like
Yeah.
he's like the world has caught up to him and it's moved on and it's not the same place anymore, and you want some kind of like I don't know. You want him to buy a ticket to go into like the Chachapoyan temple or something, or
Well, yeah, we've definitely moved past the adventurer age, and now we're in the Dan Brown age, where you just go to the tourist site and you have
Yeah.
to find something secret. Or you
That's
gotta-
really great.
because it's a little tricky because it almost makes him as a character seem a little bit silly in a way.
It does. I love that because
Yeah.
that's what he sort of is. Like he's still wearing the lion tamer costume, and he's
Yeah.
this old man, and he's
Yeah. That's the kind of teetery thing about this whole movie is like, okay, yes, we've got like an 80-year-old man as an adventurer. He's the guy we love. We want to see him, and it's awesome. But there's something patently weird about the idea of making this movie.
And I think, to me, I think it's a flaw of the movie that they don't lean into that of how ridiculous that is. I wish they had.
Yeah, or
It's
just
weird.
It doesn't even have to be ridiculous. It could be like just like Indy's reaction to it. Like, and we get a little
Well, it's
bit at the
kind of
beginning.
pathetic.
They were on the moon. Whatever. I'm not into that. Back in my day, you just discovered stuff on planet Earth.
But see, I feel like they go for the pathos just by him being old and like he lost his kid. But there's so many other layers of pathos that to me, are a lot more interesting. Like the fact that the world that he lived in and that he operated in no longer exists, and his way of operating is no longer valid. And I think that's a really interesting thing to explore, and they never do, which is.
Would that be like too painful for us, for like the indie fans who'd be like, oh wait, this is this is played out now.
Sucks.
We can't do this anymore. We can't have our indie adventures. It's all over.
We're watching Platoon.
Right? Yeah.
And by the way, if you understand that joke, you're already too old.
That's right. Yeah. Well, go ahead, look up Platoon. We'll give you a second.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Well, I got one for the youngsters here. Then this is a little less nice, but. There's a guy, so the bad guys throw Tidley into the car and they squeal around a corner, like their van squeals around the corner. And there's the world's most lethargic guy standing on the balcony, and he kind of half-heartedly raises his arm and kind of goes, hey,
quit
and he's just like, the guy's so completely demoralized by being in this movie. And I love how lethargic he is at this. It's a very performative, okay. But it makes me feel like
fast.
This whole thing is so much like a video game, and I've said this again and again, but if you watch this scene, like this van squeals around the corner and like people react and then they immediately go back to their, like they reset and respawn exactly the way they were.
Yeah.
And it's exactly like a video game.
Selling grapes or whatever.
Yeah, it's exactly like a video game.
That's amazing.
So now you can go up and interact with them.
There is 1 minute in here that you guys get to. You guys both went to Indiana University, so you get to make all these Indiana references and everything, and that whole thing. There's a big Cinzano sign behind Indiana Jones at one point, so I get to go. Breaking away! My connection to Indiana University! Hooray! Team Cinzano is going to ride through. That warmed my heart a tiny bit.
Do you guys notice the van that they kidnapped Tidley in is that striking turquoise, and it's the exact same as the parade.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Wait,
you were going to say the shaman's eyes, or
the shaman's but that van and the parade, every time they show the bad guys or this kind of stuff, that color of turquoise shows up, and if you go through, this looks very, very much like. Sort of a dusty, antiquity version of the New York parade. It's like the stone is kind of orange and the streets, and then the van is a bright blue.
They're really leaning into the teal and orange.
And there's they're like kidnapping a guy, and the whole.
You think they'd want to kidnap him in a very beige, dusty van? They don't want a green that pops for everyone to see easily. It's easily trackable.
Right.
But oh well.
It's the first of a whole string of callbacks we get too, because it's very merry and getting put in the basket.
Yes, it is. And you wonder, do you think that there's just bad guy vans around the world? This is kind of like the Hertz for bad guys.
Yeah.
It's that's part of the the teal fleet.
Again, if you play enough video games, it is exactly like
that.
That is how it works.
Totally.
Yeah. How did they get that van on such short notice? I feel like renting a van in Italy probably wasn't that easy, and
they're renting a teal van.
Yeah.
Right. Do you have a van that matches the color palette of this movie?
Yeah, the color.
Kidnap a kid, maybe.
No, we can't do a yellow or a red. That's good guy wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that one thing I was thinking of, that speaking of vehicles, is then right after that, Indy and Helena steal this poor couple's wedding car.
Yeah. It's the only vehicle available.
Yeah, and we even get the Raiders March, little sting of the Raiders March.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's a heroic act.
Well, I feel like the world has become very much opposed to empathy. A large part of our nation and the world has become very much opposed to the idea of empathy. And I wonder how much of that comes from scenes like this, because every movie has one where the hero takes a wedding car or something like that. It's we, the viewer, watch it and we cheer because we think it's a hilarious move. But in reality, he just like ruined.
Yeah,
a whole
if
bunch
you
of
think about it for
people's
like
day.
another half second, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that guy's ruined. That sucks.
Yeah, and we
Because
never
the same exact
hear
thing
about
happens
that.
in Last Crusade, doesn't it? Like
Yeah.
with Indy and his dad land in that field or whatever, and they take the guy's car while he's changing his hubcap.
But
or
it happens in
whatever.
almost every movie. Like almost every super action hero movie. Like they
Yeah.
steal something because it's funny, and
Yeah.
we think it's funny because it's and
And then people are comically shaking their fists at them as they get away.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Wait, that's not comical. They're actually furious. A horrible crime has been committed against
completely
them.
ruin their life.
Yeah.
But this is also a moment where you see Helena and Indy sharing a moment, or with a stronger bond and connection. They both have the same idea. They have an unspoken. They look at each other and they're like, "Of course, the bridal car."
Right. That'll be
Yeah,
obnoxious.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
be But I was looking at this. I knew Pete was going to hate that, and I'm not, and I don't blame you either, Pete. But I'm looking around like. They could have socked that guy. There's a yellow moped that's driving by. They could have
Yeah.
socked that guy, punched him off. And
There's an
then
almost
jumped
identical
on it.
car like a block away as they drive by.
But it's
in the rental
not.
car.
I thought about, but it's not running. I think that's the. I think that's the
But
thing.
Indy
Is
can hotwire a car.
yeah, but that would
Maybe
take.
not an
Why,
Italian car.
I'm
Oh,
looking. You know
maybe.
what I don't understand is right before he steals that, there's like a Vespa that goes
Yeah.
by.
Well, Tom, you led me to believe that she was all hot and bothered about those guys on the moped because they were going to steal their scooter.
Right.
But
It's like I don't think she was watching the same movie that we are. It was right there.
You keep doing these misdirections that I think the
know.
movie's going to throw at us, but the misdirections all Tom. I love it.
I'm. It's not intentional. I'm
You
trying
needed
to
to
help
consult
the
on
movie
this
along.
movie. Yeah, you needed to be a consultant.
You know what? I'm going to say that this little, our little 3 minute here is, it's been a while, Tommy, but can we get a lazy bell?
Oh,
Whoa.
sure. There you go.
Yeah. I did
Man,
this.
I
Yeah,
try to be
know.
positive, and everyone else just goes.
Nah, I know
There's
you-
balance, Pete. There's balance.
Pete, we know you're lying. I'm going to go. I want a little bit more on how they kidnapped Tidley.
Yeah.
I want a little bit more on it. It doesn't have to be a lot of bit more, but a little bit more. Don't just have Tidley walk to the beach and they're like, hello. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like.
Or just don't have it both ways. Like you say, Jerry, it's like it does seem like an accident, except that Fuller
Yeah.
and Mustache Man are both like, aha, our
Yeah.
plan has
Right.
worked.
Yeah.
And the other thing, Helena says sort of a strange line here for her. She says, while she and Indy are driving up to the Temple of the Ear, she says, what are they going to do to him?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is a little on the nose. And Indy's like, he's commandeering the hero movie exposition thing where he's like, they're not going to hurt him. They're just going to use him and I'm kind of like, I don't think Helen would ask that question. I really don't. I think she'd know exactly why they kidnapped Tidley. She'd know exactly what they're doing. She's the one who, sort of did the misdirection to the Library of Alexandria. Like she's sort of been in charge with a lot of it. So I guess I'll allow if they say she's so distraught that she just kind of says that out there. Like, what are they going to do to him out of like sort of anxiety?
Yeah. I could
Then I get
give her
it.
that.
But what I'm not sure I can give is Indy's response, because Indy's like, kid'll be fine. Don't worry about it. But in the exact same scenario in Cairo, Indy saw Marion get blown up, and he was absolutely not fine. Like, Indy was not fine. And
Right.
to me, it's strange
Yeah.
that he was in so much pain and agony after that he's sort of flippant about, don't worry about it. The kid will be
Maybe
fine.
he just assumes that whenever there's a kidnapping, somebody switches the baskets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
or
he's looking
little
for a
kidnap.
second green van right now.
Yeah.
Keep your eye on all the green vans.
And is he saying that just so they can? Is he so focused on now getting the graphicals that he kind of doesn't care about Tidley, and he's just like saying that to get her off, get her to focus on the
Yeah,
task at
maybe.
hand?
Is he focused on getting the thing? I never know what Indiana Jones wants, either in this movie or most
Yeah.
movies, maybe. Like, does he he wants to get there before the Nazis do. That's his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is that it? Does he at this point think that he's going to make some amazing discovery?
Oh, I don't think he cares about the discovery. I think he just wants to beat the Nazis there because he thinks they're gonna.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Actually,
Well,
I don't know.
does he think they're going to use it for something magical and amazing, or does he just
Yeah.
want to smite them? Or
No, I think he thinks they're going to use it for something magical and amazing. Because doesn't he say stuff in this movie like, "Oh, if you'd seen the things I'd seen."
yeah, he did. He said that a while ago. Like,
Tannhauser Gate
I've
and
seen some stuff that
Yeah.
yeah, Tears and Rain, all that stuff. Yeah, but I don't know. It's still I don't know. I need a straight line sometimes. I just need a clear straight line
Yeah.
every once in a while.
We're not getting that
Why
in this movie.
is he able to get to the Temple of the Ear before the Nazis?
Because of the wedding
it's-
car.
Because it's the wedding, it's souped up.
Souped up with love.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
runs
that's.
on
I
love.
didn't even think about that. Because the Nazis left before him.
They really
Of
did.
course. So it's and
Is
they
Fuller being
know,
literal? Like, can we please hurry up? Like, why are you driving 10 miles
Maybe.
an hour?
Yeah.
The other
So
guy's
did-
probably going much faster.
So did they watch Indy and Helena drive like just pass them on the road? They're like, oh, nice young couple there. Best of love, best
Yeah,
of
mazel tov.
future. Yeah.
But if you think about it, doesn't the bridal car have drag behind it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna slow them down.
And the cans are probably empty, but still.
Yeah.
That is a
maybe-
little resistance. Yeah.
You think Fuller reaches out and grabs one of the cans and talks to him through that, like they'll telephone?
Yeah. Probably. You can't
But
win,
is
Dr. Jones.
that why Indy and Helena park like at a weird spot and like climb over the hill? Like, did they just not go to the entrance? Is that how they got there? Because you see, they don't seem to go through the same entry point as the tourists. Like they're kind of climbing over a little path, and Indy's
Yeah.
like, here's this way.
Well, I mean, you get the idea that there's some sort of big, there's work going on the place,
Yeah.
like some sort of
Yeah.
restoration or excavate, whatever. And so, and I think they're not supposed to be going into the cave,
Yeah.
but they do anyway because they're the heroes of the movie, and it's a race against time. I still want. I'm not going to belabor this too much, but I still don't know what that building is. There's a building there. And it's not an ear, and it's not a cave. And you guys keep telling me it's the cave. That's not a cave. This is
You know
no
what I
cave.
think? Okay, you know what? I'm going to say that you have two parts to this ancient ruin. Okay?
Okay.
You have the cave, which is the one part, and then because the cave, was a magical place, they built a temple on top the cave.
In the old
because it's
days.
Yeah, in the
It's
old
old
days.
timey as well. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's my guess.
I'll buy it.
Pete, am I smart?
Yeah,
tell
I'll
me
buy
smart.
it too.
I mean, they do that in a lot of those things. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, like what was the Church of the Nativity, right? There's like the cave that where, basically in Bethlehem where Jesus is born, and then they build a church over it.
Oh, sure.
I like that
yeah.
this was basically a torture cave, though. Like they're building a,
Oh, is that true?
a torture church. Yeah, it's where Dionysius like tortured prisoners, and then you
Oh.
could hear what they were saying because of the acoustics.
Oh my gosh.
Because they carved the cave, like there may have been
Oh.
a natural cave, but they carved it so that it had those acoustics.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, well, I don't know if they carved it for the acoustics, but they carved it. No, they did carve it. So I think they did
looks
carve
carved,
it for the
yeah.
acoustics. Well, I mean,
okay.
I know they carved part of it, but I think they specifically wanted those acoustics so that they could like hear what the prisoners were saying.
Wow. That's funny. I mean, not
Yeah.
funny, but cool. Weird. Interesting. They shouldn't have done that, but it's interesting.
But it's cool and fun. And
It is
interesting.
cool and awesome and rad. Yeah, and they make their way into the cave, man-made or not, and that's all I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was some
Right.
chase.
And yeah. Well, speaking of,
Speaking of, what?
speaking of,
What, Jerry?
this
What's going
just
on?
in.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, you guys are surprised as Hauk.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I knew.
monster grab kid.
Hey, come on, that's a little lazy. He turns the corner and there's Fuller, and there's
Yeah.
like, hey, and then the guy steps out from the Southern talking mustachio guy steps out from the corner. He's like, "Yeah, it's me, kid. You're not going anywhere." And you're like, "What? Was this
Yeah.
planned?"
But is he just the big guy, the big jolly guy that's surprised because he's big and jolly?
It looks like he's coming back with sandwiches for the three of them. And
Yeah.
it's like, they didn't have mustard, so I just got, oh, there's a kid. And then as soon as that happens, Fuller and Mustache are like, aha, we've got you now.
Here we go. Does the threat level in these minutes feel grounded? How well does the scene fit the classic Indy formula? Ancient artifacts, enemy threat.
That's what's weird about this movie. Like, all those elements are there, but we're scratching our heads about them a little bit. It's not totally adding up to something.
I also feel like they haven't given us enough to really care about Tidley to be that invested in his.
Maybe that's why Indy is so cavalier about, he'll be fine. He's like, Tiddly Schmidley. Well, what's the
I mean, we
difference? Who cares?
kind of wanted to because he's a kid, but at the same time, like he's been kind of an unlikable kid most of the movie. So
he is a
far,
kid with a
so-
mustache, which is automatically less
yeah.
likable. So
It's true. I'm going to say this is fun. The way he is in the movie, and I don't know why this is not true for Shorty, but he's in that really, really terrible age that's like 14.
Yeah.
Where it's like you have sort of like a comb mustache and
Right.
it's like peach fuzz and you're sort of, I mean, we all know, like I found a picture of myself the other day. I was like
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
13 and it's like my hair looked like Playmobil.
yeah, and your face
Yeah,
is a little
it
bit
was-
shiny.
Yeah, it was
And,
like plastered down
yeah.
and I know that if you smelled my head it was
Oh.
disgusting.
Why would anybody smell your head? Stop it.
It would smell like
It's a family show.
like that rock candy.
Oh,
But here's I keep going back to Spielberg was one of the few guys that could pull that off, and you know what? He did pull it off in Goonies, and I know you guys aren't crazy about
Yeah,
Goonies, but
sure.
I feel like that had a bunch of unlikable aged, kind of unlikable kids, and he made it work
yeah.
because
yes,
that's
they did.
really hard to do. I think that's especially
Yeah,
for an
yeah.
adult movie, like a movie for adults to watch, and I think
Yeah.
not many people can pull that off.
Like
You
if
know
Tiddly
what?
was a little bit younger, if he was closer to Shorty's age, he would run the
Yeah.
risk of just being like cutie cute, which for a lot of people, Shorty is just sort of cutie cute and annoying and a problem. We grew
I
to
don't
love
feel like
him.
he is if you watch him for a while. I feel like
Right. No, that's
Yeah.
true. And,
You know,
and it could be like he's from 1984, so he's awesome. Where like if we watch this movie in 20 years, which we will not, but if we did, would we be like, Tiddly, my old buddy?
because
I like I like
I'll be
that
dead.
Tidley steals the money from the kid, and
I
I
do too.
like
That's
that
like
he
the
gets an
first
ice
likable
cream. Yeah,
Tiddly moment. Yeah.
yeah, I do. I like those things the character does, and for some reason it's just not fully. My heart is not fully welling for Tidley. Like we need to save him.
It
Well,
is
it
true
all-
that he's
I'm just
mostly
not-
bonded with Helena, who we're also totally on the fence about.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
who's working against our buddy Indiana
Sure.
Jones.
I feel like
So-
they've painted them in much more roguish tones than one tends to be painted in a movie like this when you're going to turn to the good side.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think they're just roguish enough to be able to be like, oh, okay, I still have a heart of gold. I'll do the right thing when the
Maybe.
chips are down. But
Well, I just feel, I guess, saying that like they just feel like they've been both kind of unlikable in a lot of parts of this movie so far.
right. And for Helena, it's because she's being a jerk. She's being a jerk almost across the board until a little bit recently. And Tidley, I think it's just like, hey, I don't think there's enough to connect with him. I don't think he's given
Yeah.
enough to do. And whatever he is given to do, it doesn't have like that note of winsomeness or.
Oh, okay. Hang on. So think of the scene, and I know we got mad at all this, and I guarantee I was one of the loudest, madder shouters.
Mm-hmm.
But think of the scene when Shorty's playing poker and he's cheating.
Yeah.
Are you invested with Shorty then?
Yeah, he and Indiana Jones have a little bond. They have a repartee,
rapport.
and they're buddies, and you can tell
They
they
have
have some
chemistry.
history. They have chemistry. Yeah, and he's a cute kid, and he's got his hat on backwards, whatever, and stuff. And I say that, but that could absolutely backfire absolutely easily. A cute kid can be great or just awful. But Shorty pulls it off. And,
it's Spielberg. Like, he did that in so many movies.
other people have had kids in movies and it's been successful. It's not just Spielberg.
They have, but not a lot of them have had them for movies for adults.
That's really interesting. Maybe that is it. Maybe Spielberg's treatment of the younger characters would have shown them in a more I don't know. I guess I don't know, endearing light or something.
I would like Paul Sullivan, please, to get into the Listeners Crusade and post 15 movies that have solid kid characters that are not Steven Spielberg.
Adventure movies, like this kind of movie. Like, you can have kids in a lot of different other kinds of movies, and it can work. But like, this is a very specific kind of movie. Like,
which of the Bad News Bears would you rather have in this movie?
I knew it. Wait, give me a jinx. I knew you were thinking about that.
What if it was Helena and Tanner?
But Bad News Bears
Nazis,
is a different kind of movie.
Take your Graphicos and your trophy and shove them straight up your... Okay.
That's not a movie about adults, so that's a movie about kids. That's a different kind of movie.
That is
I guess
true.
what I'm saying. It's not an adventure movie with a hero, with a kid in it.
That's a very limited
Wait,
thing,
Tommy,
Pete.
have you noticed that there's like 2 or 3 times that Pete has pronounced this world and it's a hero?
Oh, hero. Oh, interesting.
He says a hero.
Oh, wait, are we making fun of Pete now?
Well, I don't know. I say hero.
I say hero too.
But he says hero. Is that a like, Pete, where'd you get that?
I don't know. You also say Dagobah. Which just
And your
drives
head
me
smells like
insane.
rock candy.
It smells like rock candy. Talking about the Bad News Bears.
Oh, my God.
Also, my counterpoint to you saying there aren't a lot of movies like that, it's because it's so hard to do this. There aren't a lot of movies like that. That's why. There's a reason.
That's fair.
No, it's not. But
I know one of the things that Paul Sullivan's going to post. Aliens. Newt and Aliens is probably a solid call. As a kid in an action movie who seems okay. Anywho, I think we're done.
Black Hole,
right?
maybe Black Hole worked, right?
Wait, was there a
But
kid in the Black Hole?
the kids were the heroes, right?
Wait, Black Hole? Wait, the Disney Black in space in the.
Weren't there kids?
I don't think there were kids.
Oh, maybe I'm just thinking.
Maybe one kid. Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah, no, actually, now I'm
The
second
black
guessing.
hole. My gosh.
What is the black hole you speak of?
Yeah, Pete is my hero.
Tell us on the Crusade. How do you pronounce? What do you say? Hero?
Hero.
Hero versus
So
hero.
you pronounce the he like the E like an
You're
I.
saying the word he and then row. And
Yeah.
whereas Jerry and I are saying hero.
The word
hero,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, say where that hero Yoda lives, Pete.
in Dagobah.
In
Dagobah.
Dagobah. Yeah, and I say Dagobah.
We do.
You say
yeah.
Dagobah.
I
Yeah.
say Dagobah too. And I know it's spelled with an A, so I know we're wrong, but I don't know.
It's
Dagobah.
Dagobah. I
What do you
see.
want,
Okay,
Dagobah?
yeah. So what are that? But what I mean in Empire, you will go to the Dagobah system.
Well, he says Dagobah, like
Dagobah.
a like
Oh.
a,
Yeah.
but that's also an A sound.
That's a Kenobi thing.
Yeah.
Do you pronounce the T in often, Pete?
No,
Good. Okay.
my grandmother was a grammar teacher, and she
Aw,
made sure I didn't
see?
do that. Yeah.
All the best people. Okay, on that note, now that we've offended everybody who says often, we would like to end this episode, but at the same time invite you to come back for the next episode next week when we discuss the next 3 minutes of this movie right here on the Indiana Jones Minute.
I really been trying to be positive in this minute, you guys.
We didn't meet you halfway. We're sorry, Pete.
We shot him. We scooped your legs out from under you.